Shabbat Shalom. As Moses opens his discourse in the book of Deuteronomy, we hear a lot of complaining. The word burden occurs twice within 4 verses. Moses says, I cannot bear the burden of you by myself. How can I bear unaided the trouble of you and this burden? Ibn Ezra tells us that this burden was that B'nei Yisrael asked for things all the time. Bread, water, meat, and that the burden for the entire people was on him. But RASHI gives us a different description of this burden that Moses felt. It was a burden of prejudgment and misjudgment. RASHI tells us, if Moses went forth early from his tent, they said, why does the son of Amram leave so early? Perhaps he's not comfortable in his own home. If he left late, they said, what do you think? He's sitting and devising evil schemes against you, and he's plotting against you. Moses couldn't win for losing. No matter how he lived his life and did his work, B'nei Yisrael always thought the worst of him. While the burdens that Ibn Ezra describes are bad, I think the burden that RASHI describes is worse. It is a burden that transcends meeting the physical needs of the people. It's a burden that lives on in the psyche of the people he was trying so desperately to serve well. How many times have we placed an undue psychological burden on others by unfairly judging them? Do we put others in the position of not being able to win for losing? Pirkei Avot tells us, Dan kaf zechut l'chol adam, to give the benefit of the doubt to every person. One of the worst things that we can do is to burden each other with the burden of constant and unfair judgment. This week, let the burden go. The burden of judging others is better left to someone else. You don't need to carry it. Shabbat Shalom.